Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC P2659 pertains to the rocker arm oil control solenoid A on bank 2 and indicates a high voltage condition in its circuit. This component plays a crucial role in the variable valve timing (VVT) system of the engine, facilitating optimal oil flow to the rocker arms, which in turn allows for effective timing of the engine valves for better performance and fuel efficiency. The rocker arm oil control solenoid is typically located near the cylinder head, connected to the engine's oil passage. When this solenoid malfunctions or the circuit experiences a high voltage condition, it can negatively impact the engine's performance and efficiency. Initially, technicians must record any freeze data and onboard snapshots before delving into troubleshooting, as this information can provide insight into the conditions that led to the DTC triggering. Understanding the relationship between various components allows for more effective diagnosis and repair. DTC P2659 highlights an issue with the rocker arm oil control solenoid A, specifically on bank 2 of the engine. The solenoid is crucial for the operation of the variable valve timing (VVT) system, which adjusts the timing of the engine's valves based on driving conditions. Located near the cylinder head, it regulates the flow of oil that controls the position of the rocker arms, thus impacting engine performance and emissions. When the circuit voltage is too high, it can lead to erratic valve timing, resulting in poor engine performance. To determine the severity of this code, technicians will first need to gather and document freeze frame data, which reflects the engine's condition at the time the error was logged. This information often aids in diagnosing persistent issues with the vehicle. Several factors may trigger the P2659 code. The most direct cause is high voltage in the rocker arm oil control solenoid A circuit, which can be caused by either a malfunctioning solenoid itself or an electrical fault in the wiring leading to it. Another possibility is poor electrical connections, which include loose or corroded terminals that impede proper voltage readings. A faulty rocker arm oil control solenoid will not be able to facilitate the required oil flow for optimal performance. Understanding these potential causes helps pinpoint the issue effectively. Technicians are counseled to examine the entire circuit thoroughly after initially recording freeze data, as this sets the groundwork for troubleshooting. Documenting all occurrences of the DTC can lead to a more systematic approach to identifying root causes. The P2659 code can manifest through several noticeable symptoms. Vehicle owners may experience poor engine performance, which could include rough idling, lack of power during acceleration, and overall sluggishness. But another common symptom is reduced fuel efficiency, which can occur as the engine is not operating at optimal timing due to malfunctioning rocker arm oil control. Additionally, the check engine light, CEL, will illuminate on the dashboard, notifying the driver of an underlying issue. These symptoms can significantly affect vehicle drivability, making early diagnosis and repair crucial to restore performance. Each symptom highlights the importance of maintaining the rocker arm oil control solenoid and ensuring the VVT system operates smoothly to prevent further complications. Recognizing these symptoms enables technicians to focus their troubleshooting efforts effectively. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P2659 involves turning the ignition switch to the on-to position. This action powers up the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. Next, it is crucial to record all freeze frame data. This data encapsulates vital information that reflects the engine's operational parameters at the time the DTC was triggered. Understanding this information is extremely useful for diagnosing intermittent issues. After recording the data, technicians should review the general troubleshooting information available for this specific code. This gives technicians a wider context and prepares them effectively for the troubleshooting process. Adequately performing this initial step lays a solid foundation for accurate diagnostics and subsequent repair procedures. In this step, the technician will clear the Diagnostic Trouble Code using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Doing so resets the Engine Control Module, ECM, and erases any previous fault code from memory. Subsequently, the engine should be started and held at 3,000 RPM without load, meaning the vehicle should be in either park or neutral. This specific RPM threshold is significant as it ensures that the oil temperature rises to a point where the oil pressure becomes optimal for operation. After maintaining this speed until the radiator fan engages, which indicates sufficient cooling, the engine should then be allowed to idle. These actions are performed to observe whether the DTC reappears in a pending or confirmed state, which helps to ascertain whether the issue is persistent. This step is critical for determining the next appropriate diagnostics. After performing the actions outlined in the previous step, the next task is to check the status of DTCs using the Honda Diagnostic System. This is an advanced scanner that retrieves diagnostic information directly from the vehicle's onboard computer. The technician must specifically look for the indication of DTC P2659. If this code is displayed, it indicates that the issue with the rocker arm oil control solenoid A remains, and the technician should proceed to the next step in the troubleshooting process. If the code does not reappear, it suggests that there may be an intermittent fault or that the system is operating properly at this point in time. In this case, further investigation into electrical connections, including assessing for poor wiring or loose terminals, must be undertaken. This step serves as a critical decision point for subsequent diagnostics and repairs. In this troubleshooting step, the technician needs to turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position to safely disconnect electrical components without risking a short circuit or other issues. After securing the ignition, the next step involves disconnecting the 2P connector attached to the rocker arm oil control solenoid A, bank 2, allowing for direct testing of the component. Using a multimeter, the technician should measure the resistance between terminals number 1 and number 2 of this connector. It is important to ensure the solenoid is at room temperature for accurate measurements. According to diagnostic protocol, acceptable resistance readings should range between 13.9 to 16.9 ohms at this temperature. This step is crucial as it verifies the solenoid's integrity before proceeding to further diagnostic steps. Documenting the values helps in making proper assessments of the solenoid's functionality. After measuring the resistance of the rocker arm oil control solenoid A, the technician needs to evaluate whether the reading falls within the specified range of 13.9 to 16.9 ohms at room temperature. If the reading is within this range, it indicates that the solenoid is functioning correctly regarding its electrical resistance capability. This suggests that the solenoid is likely operational, and attention should turn to other electrical connections and related components, such as wiring and the engine control module, PCM. If the resistance is outside of this range, that raises a flag that the solenoid may be defective and requires replacement. Following these steps methodically helps ensure that the technician makes informed decisions about potential repairs. Accurate documentation of the findings is critical for understanding the nature of the malfunction. The next step is to check for continuity between the rocker arm oil control solenoid A2P connector terminal number 1 and body ground. To do this, The technician should use a multimeter set to the continuity function to measure whether there is an electrical path between these points. Confirming good continuity indicates that the electrical circuit is intact and that the solenoid has a proper ground connection. If resistance is noted at the body ground, it raises concerns regarding the circuit integrity or potential issues in the solenoid. This step is paramount as grounding issues can lead to erratic performance in electronic devices. Comprehensive testing in this regard allows mechanics to isolate potential electrical failures and take corrective actions, ensuring reliable operation of the rocker arm oil control system. Once repairs and any replacements have been made, it's imperative to verify that the issues associated with DTC P2659 have been effectively resolved. This involves conducting a test drive of the vehicle under normal operating conditions to assess performance. During this drive, it is necessary to monitor the vehicle's computer for any indication that the DTC reappears or if other issues arise. Following the drive, the technician should use the Honda diagnostic system to scan for DTCs again. The absence of any DTCs post-repair suggests that the issue has been successfully rectified. Verification not only ensures that the vehicle is operating efficiently, but also helps build confidence in the repair work performed. Proper follow-up actions are a standard part of maintaining vehicle reliability and ensuring customer satisfaction. To prevent the recurrence of issues related to DTC P2659, implementing regular maintenance checks is essential. Technicians should recommend periodic inspections of the rocker arm oil control solenoid and associated wiring for any signs of wear or damage. It is also crucial to check for corrosion and ensure that all electrical connections are tight and secure. Regularly maintaining proper oil levels and using the manufacturer's recommended oil type can also enhance the longevity and performance of the VVT system. By being proactive, these measures help avoid unexpected failures and costly repairs while maintaining optimal engine performance. Educating customers on these preventative practices not only fosters trust, but also promotes a sense of ownership in vehicle maintenance. In summary, DTC P2659 signifies a high-voltage condition in the rocker arm oil control solenoid A circuit, a vital piece of the engine's variable valve timing system. Understanding the importance of the rocker arm and its role in optimizing engine performance illustrates why timely diagnostics and repairs are crucial for vehicle health. The troubleshooting process outlined provides a systematic approach for technicians to identify and rectify the fault effectively. Maintaining both the solenoid and its electrical connections is key to ensuring the vehicle's optimal performance and efficiency. Regular preventive maintenance practices can further safeguard against future issues. Ultimately, knowing how to address and resolve DTCs like P2659 is essential for any technician focused on delivering high-quality vehicle repairs. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.